Morning everyone and welcome to this morning's assembly. I know it's been nearly a week and a half now before the last assembly, but we are back doing them every day. I do apologise we've not had an assembly for the last few days. We are back today. I know we're still having lots of smiling pictures coming in ready for our smiling and happy PowerPoint. It's going to be ready for Friday, so thank you. I know Isabel sent me a picture yesterday. That's great, and I've had lots of other smiling pictures as well. So we'll do our smiling presentation about how important it is to smile and be happy on Friday. Today though, I thought it is raining this morning, so I thought as it is raining, we talk a little bit about the water cycle and how the water cycle works. Again, if you want to send them looking to me, I will look at that and use that on Friday in assembly. So we're going to talk about the water cycle. It's been really nice weather over the past few days, and also the importance of water a little bit as well. There are loads of videos on YouTube you can get about the water cycle and about how it works. So today we're just going to go through the cycle itself and what it does. And the first part of the water cycle is something called evaporation. Now you might see evaporation happening all around you, and today you can have a look at that, obviously with your parents and safely. If you are boiling any water, or if your parents are boiling any water, you can see evaporation in action, or when they are boiling a kettle. Remember, we don't touch anything that's hot and we keep safe. But the first part is evaporation, and water is evaporated from the sea. When it evaporates up into the air and up into the clouds and moves upwards into the air because of the sun's heat, the salt is left behind. So that's why our water we drink isn't salty, because salt is left behind in the sea. So the sun heats up the sea and causes something called evaporation, and that is water droplets in our air going up into the sky and forming inside clouds, which you can see there, which is now condensation. So as the heat rises and it hits the cool, it then condenses. You'll see this if you are boiling water, and sometimes the water will hit the windows and you'll see condensation. You'll see water droplets appear on the windows. That is condensation action. That's exactly what happens in the water cycle. So as the water evaporates into the air, it cools and causes condensation when it gets high enough up and inside the clouds. So then the clouds, because of the wind, move around. So the clouds move around, and as they move around, they become heavy, and water begins to fall from them. This is called precipitation. So the actual word for rain is precipitation. So you've got evaporation, you've got the water evaporating from the sea, and also evaporating from the lakes and rivers as well. It evaporates from any water that's there. Evaporation happens all the time, and it's the heat of the sun. So without the sun, and we've talked about the importance of the sun before, we won't have water to drink, because without the sun, no evaporation, no water to drink. So we need evaporation, which then condensation in the clouds as it cools. It moves across because of the wind, and then the rain happens. And the next one is precipitation, which is there. You've then got a collection of water. This might be in reservoirs, which are man-made man-made areas for water to sit, and so we can use that for drinking. Or it could be in rivers, streams, or lakes. So the water is then collected somewhere on the land. There's lakes, rivers and streams. It also is collected under the water as well and goes underground, because obviously when it rains, it seeps into the soil as well. So you've got a cycle. It goes back into the sea, and then it all starts again. Okay, we use some of that water to drink, and interestingly, the water that we drink has been around for thousands and thousands of years, and it keeps being reused. Our water keeps being reused time and time again. The cycle continually goes round. So you've got your evaporation, condensation across due to wind, then you've got precipitation, which is the rain, a collection of the rain that leads back into the sea, and all starts again. Okay, so sometimes there's different names for the water cycle. The H2O cycle. H2O means water. The hydrological cycle, which is another name for it there as well. And you can find out on the PowerPoint, and I'll let you read a bit further into this, about the different parts. Sometimes the collection, you might hear, the collection of water is called the accumulation, because it's water accumulating, coming together. But I have on the PowerPoint put a sort of explanation of each part of the evaporation and how that works. So it's when the water gets hot and the water evaporates into the air. We've got condensation. We've got condensation, which is there. We have got precipitation, which is the rain going down. A bit of an explanation into that about what the rain is. And we've got the accumulation there as well. So all the different parts are there for you to have a read through. And as I said before, the sun is massively important to the water cycle working. Actually, 70% of our planet, about 70% of our planet is water, but only 2.5% of the world's water, of that 70%, is actually drinkable water. The rest of it is salt water from the sea. So the fresh water is quite low. And at the moment, because of our sunny weather, we do need to try and help look after our water because we're using a lot of it. So we can do things like make sure taps are turned off, not flush the toilets over and over again, lots of different things to try and help, maybe not use our hose pipes as much, all these different things to help with the water that we have, because our water is very important to keep us hydrated. So you could talk about that and look into that today to keep our bodies well hydrated as well. So there's lots of things you can find out that are about our water that we use and about the water cycle as well. So have a look into it today, maybe watch some videos on YouTube about the water cycle, how it works. Next time your parents are boiling a kettle or making some pasta or something like that, and you can look and you'll see evaporation and condensation in action, and you can start to understand about how we get our fresh water to drink in the world. So have a great day. Thank you for watching. As I say, send any work you've done to me. The PowerPoint is on there. The water cycle PowerPoint is on there as well. Have a great day. I will see you soon. Bye everyone.